Alright, welcome everybody back to Farming Simulator 2019 on Goldcrest Valley. This is episode 7 of 7. Did it? Can't talk today. Of the old school farming. I don't remember if I did it off the bat, or if I did it before leaving, or if I before the end of the last video, or if I did it after the last video. We did biofields 22 and 23. So we've got, how many fields is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 10 fields. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 main crops we're going to grow. I could include cotton in that, which would make it 10. I have not set up a rotation yet, so I'm not sure what the rotation would be. I believe everything's ready to go. So our oats ready. We've only got 2 fields that are that require corn hand. That's 16 and 18. 18 being corn, 16 being sunflower. If I do get cotton equipment, if I do decide to do cotton, I won't have to get cotton equipment. Which, how much is that going to run us? 250 or the 99.96. Okay. Let's break out the calculator on the phone. 6,800 plus 6 grand. Trailers, another 5. Another 250. So that's $267,000. $267,000, 800. I can't talk today. What is wrong? $267,800. Did you? That does not include, which we can run that with our current semi. I guess we could run these with current tractors. That would be the big issue. So, I mean, we could do it. 45, 60. It'd leave us under 80 grand, or yeah, 80,000. I hate mail sometimes. I could decide to do potatoes and sugar beets, but really don't have anything outside of that's part of the new DLC. Did get the new DLC today. Let me just some random line because the ground pack says ground pack. I would like to look at that though, because like these are supposed to basically dig them. Okay, so yeah, basically it's a potato digger. So you still gotta do a halum cutter. SE85-55. Oh, I hope, because that's less than a meter. That's 0.9 of a meter. I hope this stuff drops. Okay, yeah, it drops the swath in a very small section. Okay. I was gonna say, because if it doesn't, that's ridiculous. If it does not drop it in a itty bitty swath. I still ain't that much. That's the 260, which is the digger unit. So, I'll dig potatoes and store them. I'll just pick them up. Well, we're not going to do potatoes anyway, so not like it matters. Where do we want to go? 14. Go get 14 done. Okay. We might not need that. We'll let that sit there for right now. Grab the combine. Okay, that was a little weird. perfectly lined up on 270. I think I determined that 2493 was sufficient. Yeah. Okay, so let's turn that off for right now. Crank this up. I'm not sure how much oat we'll get out of this field. I mean, it's not a huge field. Turn swath on so we can get the swath. One thing I wish this would do at times, I don't always like to drop swath, but I mean, I might as well. Make some more money. I should be able to store it. Leave my silo there will do. Store swath. Yep. So I can store swath in it. So, oh, I should do a short about that. Oh, I should grab my phone and record a short YouTube video on it. Speed down a little bit, because I think I am. So forgive me for a second while I mute my microphone. To get this done and uploaded. So I'll be right back with you on the mic. Alright, sorry for the quiet there. I wanted to get it done and not have that audio in this. Um, okay. Here's one question I've got. I need to double check. I need to look through here. So, okay, so I can haul swath with that back and forth. I think I might do that. We'll store this swath. Because if I'm not mistaken, right now it is not paying the greatest. Nope. 64. Grass is going up. And hay's up. Just regular straw's not. And I kind of don't like the fact that you've only got the barn that you can sell. Which honestly, well, like Mary's farm. Mary's farm should have a spot for you to sell. Sorry, my ring went off. Okay, must be Mama Cat. Shrek's grandma is Grandma Cat must be out there. But like Mary's farm, animal supplies. You would think somewhere like that would buy straw and all. I mean, you got animal dealer there. Mary's farm. Gomez could buy it. Right Agribusiness could buy it. So why not have it like that? I'm trying to remember if it was like that on 17, where you could buy, where you could sell it there or not. It might not be, which that might be why you can't on here, because this is supposed to be pretty much a straight remake so far as everything, a lot of it's concerned. Though you do have the Ryan Triticale added as crops. But I'm sure there was I want to say there was an edit that somebody had done of this map, and it had additional crops added. I know Stevie's edit of the map that he did, or he used Goldcrest as the base for, did not have extra crops. Or I'm pretty sure it did not have extra crops. I would have to go back and look. I think I did a series on that. I might not have. So, episode 4, 5, and 6 are coming coming out. Actually, episode 4 should have been out for about 3 hours now, as of the recording of this. I'm trying to record a couple different episodes in a day's time, get them uploaded. And set to come out every 2-3 days. We just kind of have some regular content coming out. I'm thinking about maybe doing something else with some other kind of content. I don't know. I got a couple different games that I've got installed that I could do some content on. I've got some other games that I could install and do content on. I could do some casual content. I don't know. Like I said, I don't do this for money. I do it to, and I'm honestly, even if I were to get to the point where I could monetize, I don't know that I would. I understand there's a lot of content creators that monetize their stuff. But I just, with some of who I watch, having issues with stuff getting demonetized because of certain things they might say. The fact that you also can't you got the swearing and all that can't be, or the profanity, they don't want the profanity, and which I understand. They're trying to keep stuff family friendly and all. I do have a bad habit of going off at the mouth some. So wish that cab wasn't so dark. Okay. So yeah, we'll fill that about 50%. That'll be cool. Because last time we used that at the end of the last video, we had 432 liters in it, and you could not tell that you had anything in it at all. So I think we'll go down and get 24. That's what barley. We got more wheat, 23. Trita sow. Trita cow. Let's go ahead and turn on our 4 ways on our tractor. Though we don't have 4 ways on the cart. We'll roll down here to 23, right? No, 24. 23's on the yard side. Oh, looky there. Well, we know the train ain't gonna move because I did tap into it. So, as it happens to move, my chance will just cut through. Okay. Let's jump in and we'll bat this up. Okay, we're in a good spot there, so I'm not worried about that. And I hit for my beacons and did not mean to hit for my beacons because I forgot I don't have beacons on this combine. Hopefully by tapping into both of them it'll keep them from hitting the button, turn beacons back off just because. Hopefully we'll line up okay in this field. Oh, okay. I think we're good. I thought we were going to leave a little pass of shame right here, but it looks like we're going to be okay. Maybe not. We're definitely going to have some we're going to have to go back and get. But we'll deal with that once we get the whole field. We'll come back, we'll hit it, and we won't drop any swath. Ooh, won't bad on that pass. I think, what, 13%? 2,300 liters? Not want that bad. Oh. So, what did everybody think of the new mod that we featured in episode 6? I stated in that episode that was available to be downloaded on the mod hub on the 25th, which is why when I say in the video that it's new, just released today. Granted, that video won't be seen until the 30th, I believe, is when I set episode 6 to appear. Today's the 26th. so it'll be a couple days old by then. It's, in my opinion, it's a nice looking mod. Does good. Like I said, we've definitely got to test it though, and I've still got my note. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's actually my piece of notebook paper with the note on it. Although it does have a bunch of other stuff too. It has some stuff that I was screwing around with my buddies on Fortnite. I was doing a little thing on there in the creative for us, just having fun. While I would love to see it kind of take fruition, and be able to share it, trying to become a content creator partner with them is, I think, is a little more stringent than being able to monetize with YouTube. I don't know if anybody that watches any of my content, I know one or two that do watch some of my content, because Adam, of course, he watches some of my stuff because, I mean, he's a good friend. He appears in some of it. I watch stuff he's produced too. When he was producing content a little more back in the day, to say. So, but he actually told me about it, that people have started, and I've got a couple of the map codes that I found because I went online and searched for them. But people had, grab my notebook, I've got them written in, created map codes I might not have it written, all of them written down. I thought I had them written down. Maybe not, or I threw that page away. But people had done map codes for Call of Duty. They had recreated Call of Duty maps on Fortnite. And some of the maps were really good. I mean, they really took their time to recreate the map properly. And there's others, it's just people's like, well, I'll take this, 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 and this, and we'll just loosely throw it together. And I don't care. Kind of the same with farming simulator mods. You see stuff that you will even see it on the official mod hub, and this is where some of the creators here recently have gotten upset, for lack of a better word. I know Oxygen David's one. Bullet Bill is one also. Steam Camp modding. Sid modding is another. But they all had issues. And granted, some of it was probably warranted with the one issue of having a part from a cracked DLC. There was an issue with 3D tracks. But like they've mentioned, a number of them have, a couple of times, that there are other mods out there that have the same track that were left alone. So it's kind of like some of the more popular mod and content map creators have gotten singled out. And it's a shame because they really make this game what it is. But like Steam Camp, he's no longer. He completely basically said, I'm done, I retire, I'm not doing anything else for this game. And it's a shame. He was, I don't know if I got one. But he was working on a mod I don't think I got anything close to it. Nope. That's probably this is probably the closest I've got is the 9R, which this is a new. These are newer tractors. But he was working on a 9030 John Deere. That's never going to see the light of day because of how he feels he was treated by Giants with the whole issue. And granted, this is my opinion. If it's prohibited content, just say, hey, look, you got prohibited content on this mod. Please replace it. Thank you. But, and, I mean, I don't know all sides of the story. I know what I've seen posted from him. But a moderator in the Giants Discord, like, don't believe everything a modder says, but this is my thing. If you've got multiple modders that have been working with your game for years, since Farming Simulator 2015, or even further back than that on some of it, for some of them. If you've got ones that are from that far back, and I'm sorry I'm ranting a little bit with this, but if you've got ones from that far back, and you've never had much of an issue with him. They've always fixed everything. Why ruin your relationship with them? Be professional. Be courteous. Show them some respect. Because to an extent, they have helped make your game what it is. There are reports I've seen of, and I don't know how true any of it is because, like I said, I don't know all the story. I know what I've read. But there are some people that have claimed that Giants has stolen stuff from people. One example is there was that somebody said there was a mod in 17 that was really popular and all, and Giants basically took it and put it in the game as theirs in 19. Now, if that's true, I don't know. Some of the stuff I see online, I take with a huge grain of salt. Because you just, honestly, you don't know what's real and what's not. So, but when you've got a good number of really good modders saying, hey, we're being treated like this. We feel like we're not getting, that all of a sudden we're no longer getting the respect that we used to get. And a lot of people have said that it seems like all of a sudden Giants has gotten an issue with American style maps, American style equipment. They rather push poor European style stuff than really good American stuff. But the thing is a lot of these content creators, like Oxygen David, he's from the UK. I mean, he does a lot of he does some American style stuff. But, I mean, if you're playing on an American map, you want American type equipment. I mean, granted, I know there's probably some of this that is seen more in the UK. Matter of fact, where? Let me look. I know some of my combines. Like Challengers. Challengers aren't really seen here. We see Kloss, some, but they're not as big here as New Holland, Case, John Deere. But you've got, well, you don't see them as Kloss. You see them as Caterpillar a lot. But Kloss and Caterpillar machinery is basically the same thing. is the cat Lexions around here. Massey Fergs, which granted Massey Ferg and Challenger are the same, as is Fent, and now of course now Gleaner. But like this one right here, the 7150. The way that's laid out with that hoop, okay, there's the capacity set. The foldable, that's more what we see around here, where I'm at. That you might see something similar to that some, but like canvas, you really don't see canvas around here. That's more like South American style, European. So, I mean, that's one example. The 2300 here. I mean, you don't see the placards like what's here on the side, which is the EU, because you click the US version, you don't have that. The EU version, you've got mirrors way out here and all. American version, you've got turn signals on the back of the, or blinkers on the back of the mirror and no signs. You've got your triangle back here. EU, you've got this great big bar around your choppers. You don't have that on the American. I don't know what it is like. But like the 2388 with the extension, that extension we see those around here. If you watch a lot of farming YouTube or some farming YouTubers, particularly Cole the Corn Star, that's their setup, or was their setup. They've upgraded, of course, but the 2388 was their setup, and that can actually be folded in on itself. But well, here's what I'm talking about: the cat Lexion. That's more what we see. We don't see the Colossus much. We see cat or caterpillar. That's every Lexion I've ever seen in North Carolina has been a caterpillar Lexion. Colossus Dominators, you don't see. Force Strike, you don't see. I'm not saying Fent, we don't really see. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Fent's the same as, yeah. I think, yeah, Fent's part of Badco now, so. But we don't see that style around here. Adco, you do. Matter of fact, I see something very similar to the Model L, Model M that harvests the field right behind my neighbor across the street. Ideal. North Carolina, I don't see any of that. Here it's mostly John Deere or Case IH. There is the New Holland dealership literally a few miles up the road. Of course, we've got more John Deere dealerships in the area than we do anything else. But I mean, it's just some of these New Hollands, you don't see like the 565. I've used those. You don't see them around here really because they're made for a different type of terrain. But I use them. They look good. They run good. Rostelmash, I don't even know if any of those are used in the States. I could be wrong, but nobody I watch uses them. So it's like there was a map. I'm trying to remember if I found it on. I don't think I found it on Mod Hub. On the Giants Mod Hub. I think I found it on another Farm Simulator site. Actually, I think we're going to park this back across the street. We're getting ready. We'll end this video here shortly. Because I'm getting close to. I'm over 50 minutes. I try to keep them about 45. And I do apologize for the rant. But there was one I found. I think it was on the Facebook group that I had joined that has a lot of old school tractors and all mods. Ooh, you could hear that train crank up from here. I think I found it through there. I've got a couple other ones that I found through there. Matter of fact, let's save. Quit. Hopefully it'll pull up the main screen. It's got, I'm sorry for the black screen. It's doing its little loading thing, so there's nothing. Okay. So let's go career. Go save 3. It don't matter. And of course you got Ravenport, which is Giants American style map. My opinion is a little more Southwest style because on the hill over the American flag you've got a Spanish style mission. Something similar to what you'd see the Alamo, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. I would say this is probably based Southern California area somewhere, maybe the hills of Texas. I don't know, but you know, I definitely would say it's more Southwest because of the hills and all. Felsburn, European map. Erling Grant, which this is part of the Swiss DLC, the Alpine DLC. This is a Swiss map. Bjornholm, this is a recreation of the FS19 map, which I've had 15, I've had it in 17, and of course now 19. It's nice, it's good. There's some stuff that's changed, some stuff that's not, but it's good. Butts County, PA. This is one I found through the group. It's nice, but my only complaint is this is the farm that they want you to start, that they show in the picture. You really can't. You can't. If you start as the middle difficulty or even the hard difficulty, the farm buildings are still there. The yard's a little cluttered. It'd be nice to be able to get rid of some of the stuff you don't need. Deer country, same thing. Yard's a little cluttered. Be nice to get rid of what you don't need. But it's a good map. No, nothing against DJ Modding. He made a great map. Bucks County. I don't remember who made this one, but they made a good map. They are two of the better American-style maps I've found here lately. Estancia La Pancho, they brought that. Giants brought that back. Eureka Farms, I think this was TNT Modding did this. I believe this was on the Mod Hub recently, or was released on the Mod Hub recently. It's probably been upwards maybe a week ago now, as of the recording of this video. Fitting 4X by Stevie. Stevie FS Mods. UK based, but he makes some of the best looking American style maps, in my opinion. The regular sorry, I'm getting notifications because I've got Chrome open in the background where I've got some updates going to my Google Drive for personal edits of mods that my friend and I use. This is his regular 1X version of Fenton Forest. Flint Hills JS mapping, really good map. Again, yard, in my opinion, yard's a little cluttered. I don't like a cluttered yard. I mean, if you look on my Goldcrest, yes, stuff looks a little on top of each other, but I've done it in a way that it's not. I try to keep it not from being cluttered. Freedom Farm, Stevie said this was a map he had made for somebody, and this is his personal edit that he did for it, that he released. God's Country, this is a edit of the map Sosnovica. I did have the original Sosnovica map that was redone for 19. You can't get rid of stuff. So like cows, I don't play with animals. I don't do cows, I don't do chickens, I don't do pigs, I don't do sheep, I don't do horses. I might every now and then do it, but for the most part, I don't. So why do I want that stuff cluttering my yard? I want to be able to sell it. So when I say stuff's cluttering the yard, it's stuff like that. Horse barn, cow barns, cow pastures. Not everybody plays using animals. Not everybody does animal husbandry in game. It would be nice if, for those of us that don't do it, to be able to get rid of the stuff. I know you're trying to make it realistic, or trying to recreate the map exactly. That's fine and dandy, but allow us to get rid of the stuff we don't want. Instead of having to use a mod, there was one, it was released on the Mod Hub, lets you delete stuff out of the map without having to go in through Giant's editor. Goldcrest Valley, of course we're playing that. Lakeland Vale 2 and 3. I need to update those. The original Lakeland Vale 1. Lone Oak, this was Bullet Bill, I believe, did this one. Or Action David, or they might have both had a hand in it. This was recreated with permission, of course, for 19. It's nice. You can't get rid of the stuff that you don't want, unfortunately. But this map's done in a way so you don't feel cluttered. Medvedin. I think there was an update for this. I've really not played it. I found it. I downloaded it. Meant to check it out. I don't think I've checked it out yet. Oakfield Farm 19. This is Oxygen David. This is a redo. If you're playing with big equipment, this can be, even trying to do smaller equipment, it can feel, you can feel very confined on this map with the size of the yard, how you can move about. Oak Plains, that's a nice map. I've played on it. It's an American style. It's decent. Sandy Bay, I believe this was Oxygen David also. It's nice. Again, yard can seem a little claustrophobic, in my opinion. And I understand there's a difference between American style maps and European style maps. European style maps, your yard's a little smaller. American maps, you can have a bigger yard. Shamrock Valley, this was Oxygen David also, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Good map, nice. Again, yard feels very confined. Westbridge Hills remake, great edit. You can get rid of the stuff that you don't want. And if you start on the middle or high, start with a blank slate. There's nothing put down. The farmhouse and all mod is included in the mod, so there's the placeables are there. That's part of the mod, so you can have the right house, the right this, the right that. But I mean, this one, your yard's a little bigger. It's not as cluttered again. This is one of those things. It's kind of personal preference, but if you're going to do an American map, do it like an actual American map. There was one which I don't have it anymore. The map was called American Dream. It's supposed to be an American map, but all your road signs, your speed limit signs, everything was all European. There were no American signs in it at all. Your shop was not very American type in it. Just how everything was just not the most American thing in that entire map was the spinnery. And that's because everybody uses the spinnery from Ravenport to an extent. I mean, almost everybody, when they build a map, uses that spinnery. That style spinnery from Ravenport. They might only use a little part of it, like one map did. I'm trying to remember the map. But the spinnery was just the one barn in it. And now, what was it? Fitton 4X. That is based. That's an edit of Felsburn, which is European map. It is a European map. But the Fitton 4X and even the Fitton It's redone to be a little more Americanized. There's still roundabouts in the maps, and roundabouts are not very American. We're getting more of them. I despise them. I mean, my thing is what's wrong with a four-way stop? Yeah, there's a lot of people now that don't know how to behave at a four-way stop. But, and a roundabout keeps traffic moving, but they're just as confusing to a lot of people as a four-way stop. But it's just, if you're gonna make a map and you're gonna make it in an American style, use American signs, please. But enough of my rant. I've gone a lot over way more than what I wanted to. So we'll get back in here. So anyway, as always, I hope you enjoyed. I apologize about the rant. That went on a little more than I wanted to. It's just, I don't know how many, if whoever, anybody that watches any of my stuff, if you're outside the U.S. and you like to play American maps, how do you feel about a map that's supposed to be American? That you don't have that feel. I mean, there's some you get that feel. If, like, European style map. If I'm gonna play a European style map, I don't want American signs in it. I don't want it to look American. I want it to look European. Granted, I might still fuss about the yard size, but that's because I'm a lot more comfortable with a larger size yard. Something that I can work with and all. And because I like to use placeables. I like a bigger yard because I like to use placeables for stuff instead of having to buy a bunch of, like, the bags of fertilizer, bags of seed. I like having a silo that I can just pull under and fill up from. And it also allows me to tweak stuff so I don't have to pay an arm and a leg for seed. Which, yeah, that might be cheap. Well, it is cheap. There ain't no bit cheating a little bit about it. It is cheating the system. But, I mean, why do you want to spend $3,000 to buy seed for one field when you're about broke as it is half the time? So, anyway, I'm sorry for going off on another rant, but it is what it is at times, and I apologize. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.